Stonefox by John Reynolds Garner. John Reynolds Garner was born on December 6, 1944 in Los Angeles, California. His parents were both educated and wanted very much for him to be a good student. At this time, he rebelled and refused to read. The more his mother insisted that he read, the more he refused. She did read to him aloud, though sometimes against his wishes. He would pretend to be asleep, but as soon as he engrossed himself in the story, he wouldn't want her to stop. He didn't read his first novel by himself until he was 19 years old. Mr. Garner graduated from the University of California in Los Angeles with a master's degree in engineering. He has traveled worldwide, living in areas such as Europe, Central America, and Idaho, and it is in these areas where he first heard the legend that he based his book, Stonefox. He now works as an engineer in California, predicting the temperature of satellites, and does his writing on his lunch break. Stonefox is his first published work and won several awards and has been translated into 3 foreign languages. Mr. Garner thinks it is very important to encourage beginning writers, even if they are not good at spelling and grammar. He says, "Thank you, Mom, for not giving up on me, for your rebel son is now a reader, a writer, and a lover of books." Stonefox takes place in Wyoming, an area and time commonly referred to as the Old West, sometimes known as the Wild West. This is a time period after the Civil War, the rest of the 1800s, and the early part of the 20th century. During this time, thousands of pioneers pushed their way westward in search of land, better lives, gold and silver, and sometimes to escape the law. Geographically, the Old West generally applies to those states west of the Mississippi River. From outlaws to gunfighters to the American cowboy and buried treasure on the frontier, Old West Legends provides tales, biographies, and in-depth history into the lives and times in the American West. It is in the Old West where the legend of Stonefox began. The first official dog sled race outside of Alaska was the American Dog Derby in 1917 in Ashland, Idaho. The American Dog Derby was very popular in the 1920s when the prize money reached the amount of $1,000. In today's equivalency, that would be $13,000. Jackson, Wyoming hosted its first dog sled race as part of its first winter sports carnival in 1932. The race was 30 miles long. Stonefox by John Reynolds Garner. Little Willie lived with his grandfather on a small potato farm in Wyoming. One morning, Grandfather would not get out of bed. Usually, Grandfather was the first one up and had breakfast made before Little Willie stirred, so Little Willie was very worried. Little Willie took his dog, Searchlight, and went down the road to get Doc Smith. She examined Grandfather but could find nothing wrong with him. "I'm sorry, child," she said, "but it appears that your grandfather just doesn't want to live anymore." Little Willie was determined to make Grandfather want to live again. The potato crop was ready for harvest, and Willie managed to do it alone by hitching Searchlight to the plow. But the taxman was a bigger problem. He said the taxes hadn't been paid for 10 years, and they owed about $500. Either grandfather had to pay the taxes or the farm would be sold. Little Willie decided to save the farm, but the only question was how. Little Willie went to town, and it was there that he heard about the National Dog Sled Race, with a cash prize of $500. He used his college savings account for the entrance fee, and he and Searchlight began practicing for the big race. Stonefox, the legendary winner of past races, arrived in town and also entered the race. The Native American had 5 beautiful Samoyeds, a fearsome reputation, and was every bit as intent on winning the prize money as Little Willie. Will Searchlight lead them to victory? Will Little Willie save his grandfather's farm? Do they stand a chance against the legendary dog sled racer, Stonefox?